Good morning, guys. It's Sunday, January 31st, the last day of the month. We start the trading day off tomorrow on a brand new, fresh month, February 1st. I do want to talk about some mayhem that the market has experienced of recent. One of them being GameStop, a stock that most of us have seen in the news, a stock that we're very familiar with. It's been insane. So we'll touch base on them and several others in this video. GameStop is, as you can see on the daily chart, a company that was not too long ago $10, $12, $8. If you go back all the way to August, this company was a $5.50, $6 stock. This stock has hit climactic levels of $485, forcing many people to get involved in this stock from the short perspective, thinking there was opportunity to short it, only fueled it even higher. Many retail traders, particularly from Robinhood, got involved in this and had a parade in running this stock all the way up. But it's to me, it's best classified as mayhem. I don't know as a trader what to do with this stock. Most traders don't know what to do with this. What do you do with it? Look at the weekly. This is 1 week. It has a low of 61 and a high of 480. That's mayhem. Whether it goes up, down, sideways, whether it never trades again, it's irrelevant. This is mayhem. We don't know what to do with it. That's just one of several. So GameStop is mayhem. AMC, they've come out, they get some $950 million they raised, so they're obviously not going to go bankrupt, and that makes this stock go from the level of $3-4 to a high of $20.36. Mayhem. What do you do with it? Okay, they're going to be in business. Okay, they raised money. Where did they go? Can they go higher? Based on, I guess, more shorts having to cover. Can it take out last week's high of 2036? Absolutely. There's the high last week, 2030. I guess so. I guess it can have one good day and take that. Particularly, I don't like any of these stocks, long or short. It's just senseless for a trader to try to come up with a trade in here. I mean, what do? You short it based on it's not worth $20 because not too long ago it was 2 or 3 or 4. I don't know. One good day it could be up here, it could go higher before it decides to come back to earth. I guess we'll call it earth. I don't know. Where is GameStop supposed to go? Can it have a great day and take out 480, or does it just come back down into to levels where it belongs, 20, 30, 40? I don't know. So this is mayhem. So you got a lot of mayhem right now. GameStop, AMC, KOSS, KOSS. Another stock, I don't know the story of this one. It's a $384 stock up to a high of 127. I don't know about this thing making highs again. They may never see these numbers and they may take it out. I mean, that's another one. BlackBerry. There's a company that was dead and buried and gone. All of a sudden they reinvented themselves a little bit. They get involved in a market like this, and all of a sudden the company you can't get $8 for, all of a sudden you got a high of 28.77. So mayhem. I don't know where it can go. Probably down, but who knows? I mean, I wouldn't bet it long or short. More mayhem. Macy's is not as bad, but here's a company that was pretty much nothing going good for it. Sales, closing stores, burning through cash, nothing really going good. Some kind of retail catches a bid of late. Stock comes from the $6 level, rallies up to 10, 12. Then all of a sudden we get this mayhem. And now this stock hits as high as 23. Sharply pulls in that day, pulls in the next day, and it's made 3 consecutive days that it's pulled in. 2 of the 3 days red. The stock hit its 200-day too, coincidentally. Not that it really matters much. It didn't matter with GameStop, that it blew right past its 200. KOSS, the same thing, blew right past its 200. So there's no technicals here for me to tell you that you like them, except that they're mayhem. There goes that. Let's go to PSAC. I never even heard of this company. All of a sudden, this company decided to wake up. $11 company. And here's it looks like. If look at this particular day, it closed out at 13.23, and the next day makes a high of 14.99 and closes at $13. This traditionally is a great short. It's got huge volume. It's climactic. Each bar got bigger each day, so you got bigger bars, you got huge volume, and the stock retraces and closes right on the day. This is a wonderful short under normal circumstances, but put it in an environment with mayhem, and what happens? The next day it explodes, takes out the high, makes a new high of 17, and closes at 15.40. Again, you know what? This is a good short. Get involved. This is the time now to short this one. This one's done. Hit, done. And this is what it does the next day. Makes a high. Mayhem. I can't tell you what to do. No one in the right state of mind can tell you what to do with these stocks. JAN, another company. These are all companies. I'm going to classify them as mayhem. Here's a company that goes to 31.80. Closes that particular day of 13. Is it a good short? Yes and no. The yes being it's got a huge volume bar. It's got a huge bar. This is huge. Look at this gap. This gap closes at about 9 and change under 10 and goes as high as 31.83. And did it work? Yes, it worked. And it went from a close of 12.99 to a close the next day of $9. This is a 50% mover. This is in one day. But it did not work with that DC's if 50%. But it didn't work here. And it didn't work on AMC. And it didn't work on KOSS. And it's worked now on blackberry, but didn't work on this gap that exploded to a high of 20.80, closed at 18. The next day started coming in, and this looked like a wonderful short. Wow, this is a beautiful short. And all of a sudden, mayhem. You get destroyed. You get hit by a cement truck. So technicals with these stocks are out the window. I don't know if they go up higher. They could double. As we know now with GameStop, they triple. Who knows where it can go? And personally, I don't care. I'd like to see a lot less people involved in them. They make no sense fundamentally. The valuation is, I don't even know, it's 22 billion, I think, on GameStop. Don't hold me to it. Do your own due diligence and your own research. But I don't think GameStop's worth $22 billion. I don't think any of these companies are worth it strictly because of the technicals of the charting. None of these companies have found a cure for world hunger or for cancer. So I don't understand why it happened. I'll call them mayhem. I want nothing to do with them. If you're trading them, all the best to you. Long, short, make all the money you could. But please, at some point realize it's nothing more than mayhem. AXDX, another one. Not as crazy as the other ones, but nonetheless, this is a big move here. This is a stock that closes out under 9, hits as high as 13, starts to pull in what looks to be a wonderful short again. Hits as low as 11.50, closes at 13. This was a wonderful, looked to be a wonderful short. And then mayhem, 15.60, and then pulls in. I don't know what to do with it. I have no recommendation on any of these companies. If you're long or short, good luck, best of luck. Just please be careful. And if for some reason, don't add to a losing trade in these names, because fundamentally, I don't see any reason why you would want to add to a long position if the stock pulls in. Exercise extreme caution. That's the best advice we can give you here at Trade the Moment. Here's another stock. Let's not forget this one. I know it's not a big pullback, but let's talk about Mayhem. It's not Mayhem here, a high of $14, and 2 days later on, close at $9.59. That's not the Mayhem. The Mayhem's here on the weekly. Here's a stock that went out at a close of 210, and the next week, within 5 trading days, hit a high of $60. $60, a $2 stock from 60. Now, naturally, this became a real great short for anybody that took it. Stock is flatlining at 10. It's doing the base at 10 from 60. But that worked, and they used to work at a huge rate, a very high percentage trade of this one falling apart until Mayhem, until GameStop came along. It's not working very well for the shorts. Okay, AMC not working very well. KOSS not working very well. These shorts are not working very well. Some have abandoned it. Some have given up it. There's a couple of hedge funds that packed it in. $1 billion losses. One had to get bailed out, I believe, by Cohn. I think Cohn had to lend them took a $3 billion position, him and another guy, into some hedge fund that was short GameStop. So it's not working well, and it's probably not the environment to be doing this. For some reason, these stocks, when these shorts get involved with them now, it's like throwing gas on a fire. It's just getting worse. It's becoming total mayhem. Now the institutions that are shorting GameStop feel more comfortable because it's no longer a short at $20, $30, $40 where the longs have upside, and or 50, 60, 70, they're in a little bit of trouble. The shorts are getting involved now, the hedge funds, and they're shorting at 300. So they have what appears to be, they're comfortable. They have a better entry than the 40, 30, 40, $50 guy. So they're at 300. But don't kid yourself, not. This can go to 500. It really can. Just because they're shorting it, and the float is nothing now. I mean, you can't get shares. So this thing trades at a $2 bid and X. I see this thing move $10 in a few minutes. So I don't know where they're going. We'll call them mayhem. I mean, look at a 60-minute chart. The last hour, it had a low of GameStop of 250, and the next hour, 60-minute bar, it has a high of 334. This is a $70 60-minute bar. I don't know if this is a good level to short. All I can tell you is I'm classifying them as mayhem. That's the end of this video. Long or short, I wish all traders the best. I don't advise to get involved in mayhem. If you do, please use extreme caution on both sides of the trade. Okay, guys, this is Robert from Trade the Moment. Have a great week.